What's up? What's up? We are live. We're gonna be a little late for this arena, but we're in here. Let's go. Let's go. It is the titled arena. Only titled players. So this is going to be a lot of fun to play all of our gambits. As I set this up. C5. Okay. Audio should be good. Visuals should be good. Live chat currently unavailable. What? Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. Why can't I see the chat? I'll fix that after this game. This is just a 3-0 game. I'll fix this soon. This knight is actually positioned to stop my ideas a little bit. Like, that was kind of my idea. Get the clicks a little louder. I like this move. C3 also interesting. I like this move. I feel like I can really tie him down to the defense here. I'd be very surprised if they wanted to talk this on. But yeah, knight d3, just pressure. So e5, I'd have to give that square. Take. Knight f5. Alright, yeah, let's try it with... Oh no, okay, let's just go knight d3. More sensible without a knight coming to f5. Alright, we're gonna try and make this. I had a very similar game entitled Tuesday. I actually messed up because I missed this resource. Alright, that's fine. King on f2 is now misplaced, I would say. Just kind of throw in a move. A3, I could have done, but it also wouldn't have got me anywhere. Just trying to get everybody to attack this, but it's harder than I thought. Alright, king forward. Who said my king was misplaced? Whoever said that was lying. I said that. Oh, I forgot that was legal. If you throw that in, can I hit you with rook c1? Oh, you were pinned, and I just helped you. No, I mean, really dumb, William. No, that was poorly played. Didn't even see it. It's just insulting. It's always insulting when you're losing anyway. Your opponent doesn't even see the best move. It's like, So I'm losing to this person. We didn't even see rook d4 check. No, I mean, they played well. Is 3-0, so I'm just gonna really flag here. I mean, somehow they haven't made progress. Fine. Oh, oops. Alright. Alright. Wait, let's fix this. What's up, Excitement? Alright, we need to pull up the chat. I don't think there's any pop-out feature. Oh, there is a pop-out feature. Okay, awesome. Okay, what is up, everybody? Just gonna put it right where the chat would have gone. It's being really annoying. Oh, we got a bush gas acceptance? Gambit glasses on. Bush gas acceptance in the titled arena. Awesome, awesome stuff. They play the super pro gamer move of knight f3, not even giving us d takes c6, but we still don't allow d4. To play it without knight c3 is interesting and rare. In fact, I have a YouTube video on my opponent played h3, and I fishing pulled them. They didn't actually take. That is one of my more recent bush gas YouTube videos. I know the engine always loves c3 and d4, but c3 is always risky. Wow, okay. Aren't you cool? Okay, well now d4 won't actually attack my bishop. But I don't want you coming here, so incidentally, maybe I should do this. My bet is h3 is playable. Takes in like an 85. And then if I recapture on h3, then there's going to be like bishop g4 check. I mean, you got to be like so smart, but I think... Okay, whatever. I'm just going to do this. What do you got? So h3. If they're scared, they'll play knight d2, trying to replace. Wow, so takes an 85. I'm very impressed. Range 4 takes. So what I'm going to do is something weird. Which is this. I was also considering f5. f5 maybe would have been better. f5 would have been cool. Takes, pawn takes. Because your knight can't come to e5 there. Unless it can. Because you have bishop takes g4 check. The issue is the king's placement. If your opponent like really knows what they're doing, the issue is the king here, which is why I love playing f5 in these lines. Okay, but they just play knight d2. So takes, queen takes. I got to assume they're in hot water now. What do they got? Rook e1, knight g4, knight f1. Alright, we're just gonna play here while we think about things. Takes. I mean, maybe... Takes. My concern was rook e1, knight g4. Oh, okay, what do you got? So I was gonna go queen h3, but then you play rook e1. But then I have knight f2. I think they missed knight f2 in this position. Is my bet. Oh, they missed it in that position too. Okay, wait, what's happening there? Do I have better than a draw? Because if I could teleport here, that would be great. But there's bishop f1. So I need to go here. I need to go here, or else it's bishop f1. This takes too many moves. And bishop g3, king g1. There's no follow. So queen g3, queen h3 is just a draw. Bishop f1 I don't think is... No, it's obviously not playable. They have no other moves. So... Okay, bishop g3 and taking the rook. Can I keep playing the game without just doing the draw? Okay, wait, let's go... Tough decision. Let's go queen takes. Alright, I could draw. But... Drawing is for losers. So let's just risk everything. Queen h3, bishop takes. Yeah, okay. 28 seconds. 28 seconds. If I could go here and here, that would be great. I don't know how you're untangling. Okay. Check. You took away my rook g6, but what about my rook h6? Maybe I'm just gonna do this. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, wait. No. Okay, fine. What do we got? Okay, you got that check. You're just gonna run. You're just gonna run to d3. That was actually a really good idea. Run to d3. Oh. Oh, that was not a good pre-move.
5, 4.
Flag.
3, 2, 1.
Yes! One pawn! The one pawn! Okay, guys, that was just a flawless victory. And we had him the whole way. That's why he was clearly losing in this position. Okay. I don't know. I mean, genuinely that like you got it. Like he spent a lot of time and he found the best moves, right? He spent a lot of time though. I mean, I spent a lot of time too. Okay, wait. All right, let's have a look. So, okay, he took the pawn. He played really well. This dude played like really, really well. I think he played, yeah, like really good. Okay, I mean, he's a good player. He's an FM from Germany. So, okay, knight f3, first move. So not playing this and giving me the Stafford capture. D takes c6, which opens up here and here. So which stops d4 because the queen is open. And so, for example, like we know, like, okay, let's say we attack the pawn. And now we have knight g4 with the bishop defending because that pawn is not there, right? So the capture is excellent. And, you know, we've seen this idea many times hitting this stuff. Okay, but knight f3 keeps that knight on the board. So we can't hit h2. We can't bring our queen to h4. We don't get d takes c6. And they're also preparing d4, right? So the knight does all of those things. So we need to play d5 to strike at the center so that there's still no d4. Most people play knight c3, after which queen h5. There's still no d4 because we have takes and we get our pawn back here. In the game, bishop e2, my opponent does a quick castle, right? So we have to play like this. We have to play like this in castles like so. Because, for example, let's say here, knight c3 and d4, we still have castles in this position. And here, black is actually doing quite well. So we need to get our rook there ASAP. Okay, c3. again, very, very rare that people do this. Almost everyone puts the knight on c3. But putting the pawn on c3 and making this solid chain in the middle is actually really important. And I think it's really important. The engine always loves it because of knight e5 resources in bishop takes h3 sacrifice lines. So it's very rare, but also the engine loves it for, you know, those reasons. And I'll explain that in a moment because this is my main attacking idea. So I had to play bishop d6, and I even got an exclam for it. If I don't play bishop d6 and I play something like knight f6 here, right, my bishop's not actually under attack, but and they develop the bishop straight to f4, then I never generate this. And the point here is that I bring the bishop to d6. This is the point of this line when you take on d5, is the queen shifts over here, and I had to shift over there for fun on my own. Typically, knight c3 eggs me on to do it, but I had to just do it on my own. But I had to do it before the bishop comes to f4 because I need this diagonal. This is kind of like ideas that William uses a lot. You'll remember in like the Von Popiel, Von Hennig, stuff like that, we like here, and then taking this diagonal, pressuring h2 from this direction, you know, trying to get rid of that knight, making sure there's no h3 because of this. The same ideas, it's the same attacking ideas that we use a lot. Yeah, engine doesn't know anything. It's saying plus 2.2, but yeah, engine doesn't know anything, you're right. So, what's going on here is right, so I'm trying to take this knight and trying to take on h2. Very, very simple. And my opponent plays the very precise move, pawn to h3. Very precise move. Because I don't have bishop takes h3 at this moment, but it's not obvious why. And I think, yeah, if you just play pawn takes h3, you are probably maybe losing here, but you do have knight e5. So even though you're losing this knight, you have bishop g4 check. So it's difficult to see. But if you don't have like a killer resource and you're just doing something, then you should lose here with the knight completely frozen due to this, and like, you know, just like bring a rook around to this here kind of situation, and white should lose. But sometimes there is nice resources here, like knight g5 is actually a pretty concrete resource. With that being defended, your queen is under attack. Knight takes h3 is just going to be the next move once you move your queen. And you don't have bishop g4 here, which sometimes works, right? Like in the Von Popiel, you can just do that and go queen here next turn. But this is check. It's check. So that changes everything. So h3, nice find. Knight f6, nice find. So f5 here was also viable. Apparently there's some crazy line take. Oh, knight e5. So the knight, again, can't move because I'm 8, but knight e5 is playable because even though this is hanging, this is check, and I lose my queen. Knight takes, d takes. I mean, you got to calculate this, but apparently white should be good here and not get mated. But yes, the resource that they have to play with is this king. And so that's why c3, d4 is correct. You put the pawn on d4 to have knight e5 here, which is a knight move that, you know, doesn't get you mated real quick so that you can threaten on g4, right? It blocks the bishop to not get you mated. So in the game, knight f6. So I'm egging them on. Takes, knight takes g4, right? If you do nothing, at minimum, I have a draw, right? So at minimum, I can go here, and then whenever I want, I can maybe do some other move, but I have check here, check, right? Obviously, you can't make that trade. And so I have a draw. And if you play g3, queen h3, okay, so some stuff like this happened in the game. Okay, in the game, knight bd2, which is their first blunder, which is like the most reasonable move. But I think knight bd2 is a blunder. So it wants like rook e1 so that the king can maybe run away in some lines. I think it's also so that this will never really work because of just like the bishop f1 resource. If you have bishop f1 right away before I can even come in here, then you should probably be able to patch up. But like this is tough defensive resources. I think they did everything right, and knight d2 is so reasonable. Like it's like doing nothing, and now it's going to like defend like the h2 square and maybe here. Like it's so reasonable. But okay, the engine wanted me to just go for it. Takes here. I did actually see this, but this is just a draw. It's just saying check, check, check. But yeah, after rook to e1 with the bishop or knight coming to f1, it's too many defensive resources. And the problem is these pawns are here, and so like my rooks can't come here, and it takes me too long. It takes me too long to deliver a knockout blow. Okay, knight d2, rook e8, bringing that rook into the game. I don't know, pretty reasonable. But knight c4 in hindsight is very, very reasonable. And now that knight can get rid of the bishop, which is actually causing a lot of problems. And then I might just be down a pawn and worse once that gets taken with check. So yeah, I need that guy kind of. So we both missed that, and they went for this h takes g4 line. So knight takes g4, I mean, because we're human, even though we're good humans, we're human. So g3, taking away this move. Actually, I had this crazy move, knight h4, trying to take this with check, which would have launched some wild lines here. Okay, g3 and queen h3. Before that, knight can come to h4 and take away, like, all my ideas. We jump in, queen to h3. I don't understand this move. But okay. Queen h3, threatening like takes and all that fun stuff. You know, give me a couple of moves, please, and I'll go all the way over here. So we're down a clean piece. We sacrificed that bishop just for the h-pawn. They're playing rook to e1. Oh, I took, wait. Oh, I just should have taken like this. Takes. So I left the bishop on the board. I should have just left the knight on the board. Yeah, king h1, knight f2, king f1, queen f2. Whoops. Okay, and then otherwise, like, you come back, but then, okay, well, that's me. So, whoops. Okay, but anyway, take, and the engine's like, you should just take the draw. You should just take the draw. And okay, I could have guessed that. But I went for it, rook e6. Very tough. The best move was here, just giving the knight hole. But they go here, I go check, engine again wants me to take the draw, I go no. But bishop d3, it was a good move. It took away rook g6, and so I'm trying to come around. And they find a really nice idea here. I think it's their only idea because they're going to get mated over here. But their one idea is actually check to use this annoying resource onto my king, right? It's always good if your king, to attack, your king needs to be a non-factor. Like, you need to prioritize your own king safety. And so spending a move with king b8 is generally pretty useful. But yeah, bishop f5, and then the king has that square to run away. That's actually going to be their saving grace here, and they do it. Check and king e2, which was a really nice find. And at this point, I'm probably lost because it's 2 pieces down at this point. But anyway, so at this point, yeah, I mean, it's just wild. They continue to find nice moves. Actually, knight f1 to eliminate this rook. And then they defend correctly. They actually do everything right, except move fast enough and get rid of this pawn. So, okay, a really, really funny game in the Danish Gambit. Kudos to my opponent for playing well, but I don't know. That's why we got him play. That's why it goes crazy in Blitz. It goes crazy in Blitz. I miss my chances, too. Okay, good game. Alright, let's try to play another wild Danish Gambit. Okay, now we've got the stream finally set up the way I wanted it to. Goring Gambit. It's just so nice we got Gambits for everything. Michael Tal. Oh, that's the Latvian flag, is it not? Yes, it is. Michael Tal, but man, this poor Latvian dude was only the 20,100th person who wanted to name himself after Tal. Okay, this is kind of a pro-gamer way to do it. He kept not wanting to take my pawn. I have to take this. But then is he going to play bishop g4? It's a delayed bishop g4 kind of situation. Alright, let me play h3... Is h3 kind of a waste of time? No, I need to keep this out of here. Alright, do you want my pawn, sir? Would you like this pawn? Yeah. Oh, we get to keep him on. Okay, this is exactly the position I had against Jan Gustafsson in the last round of Title Tuesday recently. This is exactly the position I had. So the point is we actually play against this dude. The point is, you can see it has no good squares, this pawn on h3. Oh, f6 right now is interesting, because I would have wanted this. But I can't do it that quick. Can I go here? The point of f, like, the best way to hit it to counter an f6 is to, like, hit h7 right when they're in that awkward situation. But takes, king h8. No, I'm too slow there. So, I don't want to give you this. Do we go with rook e1? I think we do. I like rook e1. Maybe bishop f4. Potentially some concerns on f2. I think the more prudent option would have just been to capture, but I like the idea of removing this knight to give myself a queen h5 resource. I mean, I do give them, like, going here, yes, there are some concerns on f2 now. But, okay, they didn't think that was a big deal, though. Okay, I think they might have missed this move. Now if they take this, bishop takes h7, king h8, bishop g6 check, and queen h7 mate. So how do you guard this? h6 I also can zigzag, in addition to bishop takes h6. Somehow this resource keeps happening. Oh, wait, they just blundered mate. Maybe they only thought I had queen takes. GG. I don't know. Who's the real Mikhail Tal? Who's the real Mikhail Tal? Who's the one who sacrificed a pawn and then sacrificed a piece for checkmate? I don't know, Latvia. I don't know, buddy. Titled Hunter with the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, how's my leg? Better than it was. We're ahead of schedule recovery-wise. We will be there in Serbia at the World Chess Boxing Championships. We're going to do our best, working hard in the boxing. We're going to do our best regarding the foot recovery. We'll see. And, oh, that's a Bosnia and Herzegovina flag. Ready? Oh, he's good. He's getting good. He's getting good. Dangor. What do we got? Transposition to the Bushkas? Yes. Take my pawn. Yes! Take my other pawn. Come on. Yeah. Sometimes, yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's go. Oh, he took all that. Oh my goodness. I'm so hyped. This is so exciting. We got the Gambit glasses on. We're in titled arena. He's just like, oh, free pawn, free other pawn, fork that, free bishop. Okay, king g1. That's the best move. That's the only good move. I actually like when they play good moves. I don't want them to just like fall into traps and lose quickly. Like. Keep this exciting. Okay, now we save our queen, because we took here was check, right? So, okay, we save our queen. Boom. Okay, queen f1. As I understood it, the best move was g3. So, okay, if I castle, then I would actually lose immediately. Knight h6, double check, king h8, queen takes f8. So, I think we're going to go here. However, if my queen were on c5 right now, they would lose. That is something to keep in mind. It's actually interesting. I'm sure I had this covered. Because... Okay, wait. Rook f8, d3, d5, take... And knight f6? That seems kind of lame. Queen e7 is interesting. It's actually kind of compelling. Is that crazy to play queen e7? Because rook f8, d3... Rook f8, d3... Yeah... So, queen 7, d4 takes bishop e3. Okay, wait. Let's do this. d3, d5. The other moves I have... Okay, they have queen e1, so let's just come back. That feels like it helped me, because I wanted this. But okay, but it's not mate anymore, right? That's kind of a big difference. D3, I'm going to go probably... Well, let's say check king G2. Okay, they do it on their own accord. Let's just give this pawn. Just gonna give that pawn. So let's go check here. Queen D7 is pretty interesting. Queen takes D5. Or Queen C. Okay, yeah, this is kind of interesting. Check. Knight G5 is compelling. I like this. Yeah, this was a good idea. Oh, it's 3. Oh, okay. Not a lot of time, but I think they might be completely lost. I'm threatening this and this. So D3, they can't do it. I have knight D2. Knight C3, they can't do it. I just take this. What? Aren't I just up material? Yeah, I'm just up material. They're just completely losing. Blunder in 83. Oh, I both missed that. Give me that. No. It's tough to play this quick.
5, 4.
Yes. Let's go.
3.
Oh no, I thought I would win that race. Oh, Jesus. Yes! I think we had a winning position here. This was tricky, but I had this, right? Which was my idea. King G6? I don't know. I gave the queen there because I didn't want to repeat moves. But we got him. I mean, we, like, for all intents and purposes in the chess part, like, forget the blitz out part, but we got him. Like, I'm up a piece. I'm up a piece. So, let's have a look. We got him. We totally got him. We totally got him. We totally got this IM. Okay, crazy stuff here, and I kind of forgot the move after queen f1 in this position. So king takes, knight takes e4. Do you know what we should do when we forget the move? Just go to the link tree. Here's the full repertoire, Danish Gambit. Click on that. There's me from a few years ago. All right, we can go even quickly. Even though I've got chapters here, we can go to the Lichess study. Boom, boom, boom. Bishop c4. Here, 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 here. Did I cover queen f1? No. I covered queen e2, queen f3, and g3. That's interesting. Okay. Well, new move in Bushgas theory. New move in Bushgas theory. King g1, queen h4. Right, okay. Well, so what's happening here is they take this pawn, right, which is actually very, very good because they're hitting f7 and they're threatening d4 and we're going to be down a pawn. They're about to castle. But we hit them with this crazy move, knight c6, giving this pawn a couple different ways. This is all covered on the channel. Takes and takes and takes, right? Okay, so knight takes f7. Now we're down 2 pawns and we're getting forked, but we sacrifice back. If king f1, then this wouldn't be check, so this is also covered on the channel. We have this very, very fun line. But he takes it all. He takes king, takes f2, knight takes e4. This is the only move. There's a lot of moves with the king. Only king g1 is good. Which is covered in the video. Okay, queen f1 he plays. Right, so we talk about these moves, but queen f1 is a new move in Bushgas theory, and we come up with the best move, which is rook to f8. Not castles. not castles, because knight double check means you have to move your king. You can't block or take the pieces, and then that would be mate if the king doesn't protect. So rook to f8, best move. And yeah, I mean, that's what I was calculating in the game was d3. d3, I was going to play like d5 here, which, okay, Angel wants knight c5, but d5 takes, and some more crazy stuff's happening. Okay, but in the game he plays g3, and I play queen e7, again, best move. Trying to go queen, like d5 takes and queen c5 check. These are resources that come up in other lines that I'm still looking at here. So okay, but he goes king g2 prematurely before I'm doing this resource. So I played d5 anyway. Again, all the best moves I'm playing here takes, but the thing is I'm spending a lot of time, and then I'm just like, I'll just go for this resource. I'll just go for this resource here as we're getting low, a minute 33 to 38 on the clock. This is a crazy position. Best move was knight b4. Going after this bishop, really trying to go rook takes f7, so bishop b3, and then go for this. It's funny they just have no, like, yes, we're down material in this line, but they just have no development, and we can just get in there and trap the rook. Anyway, so it takes, if rook takes f7, then I guess we're just completely crashing through and killing them with all these resources. So, but bishop h3 I think was very interesting. Takes, check, king back, and queen takes d5, and it looks like I should be able to take this easily. The move we both missed was queen d3, challenging the queen a little bit more directly, and then maybe hard to even just scoop up this knight cleanly if pawn takes d3 hits your knight. So in the game, though, he missed that. Goes queen f3, just in between here, because I am threatening knight d2, which blocks queen f3, right? So for example, d3, just knight d2. In the game, queen f3, rook takes f7, and here I'm completely winning. It's already -4. Knight c3 comes up with the only move that doesn't lose immediately, because any queen move, then some knight move, and I will checkmate you. But knight c3, so I take it. Throws in rook e1 check. I just slide out the way, and we trade, and now I'm up a piece. Right? Very, very hard to find all the top, all the top defensive resources. And even then, after queen d3, I would imagine I'd play something like knight d4 and keep this going. But there is rook e1. But anyway, really fun stuff in the Bushgas Gambit. And so here, okay, I'm just up a piece, and I just had to get really clever on like pre-moves because we were down so much on the clock. We came into this endgame down 55 to 12 here on the clock in a no increment game. So we're just dancing around trying to guess on pre-moves and such. Finally, my opponent doesn't take on b7 and actually lets me trade rooks. So it should be a very clean win, but it gets a little crazy. They don't even promote in this position, which is funny. But okay, eventually we figure something out. Well, we blundered badly here. I needed knight e3 and knight d5 so that my knight could come either here or here. So that there's no king g6. Right, so here we got the fork, right? But king g6, I need knight e7. But instead I came from, not from d5, but from d7. It's actually kind of important. And here I could actually even lose after king g6. Because I don't have knight e7 in this position. I have check, and then I think they just need to run all the way away from me. You gotta find the right square, because it's not even there, because then I reintroduce this. But anyway. GG, we got him with the Bushgas Gambit. Again, subscribe. That was a crazy one. That was an awesome one. That was an awesome one. Hello. When's the championship? The Chess Boxing World Championships are September 23rd to 28th in Serbia. And it'll be streamed live. Come watch. The f3. Let's do this. Do you want Sicilian? No. Oh. Now you want some d4 stuff. Okay. Alright, that seemed a little weird. Okay. I don't know. Can I, like, sacrifice and play knight b4? I feel like that's kind of a compelling option. I mean, d6, and I think my position's totally fine. But I don't know. Yeah. I'm the Gambit man. We're going to Gambit this pawn. Bishop f5, knight d4 is kind of the issue. So I was thinking about a couple other things, like bishop g4, f3, and then even just, like, coming all the way back. e6 is also annoying. Takes, bishop takes. And then there's a lot of pressure on c2, right? Alright, let's do this, though. Kind of curious what you'll do. Queen d2. It's kind of annoying. Maybe I should play this with e6. Alright, honestly, I just kind of want to see how you're developing. I guess you have h3. Alright, let's go here. So there's no h3. What can you even do? What can you even play? Oh, I just hung this. Are you kidding? I guess I have bishop f5, and they don't have knight d4. Was knight d4 that crucial? Kazan MTG cheering with a 1 bit. Appreciate it. Okay, so knight d4 they play anyway. They're just offering me the pawn. I mean, I feel like I should take that. Yeah, if not, because then they dance here. I was going to go rook d8 first. What about this? It's a big fork. If we can pull that off. Probably a lot to calculate. Do we trust it? It might have worked, but alright, next move here. E5. Position's very good for me, but again, it's 3-0 and I spent a lot of time. For a change. So okay, let's dance here. I don't know, did trading queens help him develop this? Maybe, but I like my knight on b6. Especially after c3, which clipped it out of here. Vampire with the follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, knight c4 is my next move. Almost no matter what. Right, if bishop e3, then knight c4 is even better. If they kick me, where are we going? Any of the squares, really? Do I do this? Alright, fine, I'll play f6. I didn't really want to block it, but... that was such a concession. I didn't need f6. Such a concession. Whatever. It'll be fine. And bishop f4, then I'll play e5. Oh, wow. Talk about concessions. Alright, what? You want b3? Like, what if I go here anyway? Now I look at dancing around more. Yeah, I blocked you. I know. I'm sorry. I really actually feel badly to you. That was kind of mean. I might just, yeah, have to not lose that. I thought I had better. That was interesting, right? I hate 3-0 because it becomes not about the quality of the chess. It becomes about flagging. It's just not it, bro. Oh, they got me. Oh, they got me. They got me. Missed that.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
This position's not even winning for white. To win, you need a pass pawn. Even rook versus bishop is drawn. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, non-increment chess, it is what it is. Oh, what's that flag? I don't know. What we got? What? This says Russia, white dash blue dash white. Wait, what? So, like, you're not allowed to display the Russian flag, but you can maybe, as we play one of our favorite Grafbenko Gambits, you can just kind of change the colors of it. I feel like this is such a strange sort of compromise. B3, not a good move. It is not a good move because my plan was never pawn takes c4. In fact, if you just ignored me completely and I played pawn takes c4, that would be a bad move because e4 and bishop takes c4. The point of b5 is to distract the knight with b4. Bishop d2 is likewise where the bishop probably should not be. Should probably be challenging me here. Okay, but you get out the way. Get out the way over there. I don't know. Like, if I go e6 right now, I'm leaving this open. E4. E4 is something. I don't know. You're gonna give me this? Your king is so far from castling. How do you have expect to have compensation? Yeah, no, I think they just dropped a pawn. Because even that trade is good for me. You could have compensation in general with this, but I think they're just too down on development for that to happen. E5, do they want the en passant? Maybe. Bishop d7, castles, take. We can just like try to win it, boom, boom, boom. But I think it's better if we focus our attention here a little bit. E5. En passant necessary. And well, because they play bishop e4, right? Alright, let's just play f takes. Oh, I think you needed bishop e4. I think you needed it. I was going to play rook a7, though, and come around. I liked that little resource. So, you know, I was very prepared for this. Bishop h6. h4. And then knight c6. I could also just defend the pawn like a normal person. But I kind of like this. 4 is interesting. I like the knight right there. Knight right there. And then I can even play e5. I guess they have bishop e4 now, though. Okay, let's just defend him. My goal is to make them play kind of, yeah, without that knight. Yeah, I think it's now just a very solid pawn we are ahead. Knight f4, I can take, and 82. Of course, this is also just hanging. I'm probably, like, yeah, I should probably just play e5. I don't have to, though. I don't have to. I will. Pressure here is annoying for them. Trade everything. Queen f8. Queen 8. Queen f5. I had probably like cleaner ideas. Just gonna come back. Queen d2. And then I need something else. Okay, but you don't have an e4 here or anything. And all this is hanging, so it's just completely lost. Is that easiest? No, this is probably easiest. Here. And then I can even, after queen 3, I can even go queen takes f2. Queen a8. Just step up is easier than rook f8. Yeah, this is what I was saying. Like, this is even just has to be winning. seems right. Stop checking me. Ah.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, 0.2 to go. Woo! That was intense. I mean, maybe, like, queen takes f2. I don't know. Maybe I made my task a little trickier. Like, is there any reason I shouldn't just go b3, b2, b1? No. But yeah, I mean, regarding this opening, no, it's just not the best played. b3 is not it. Absolutely not it. Even this trade is good for me, and that's a pawn I can attack with bishop a6. My idea is not b takes c4 whatsoever, because bishop takes c4, even if the bishop isn't protecting, is very, very pleasant for white, and they'd rather have, in this position, you'd rather have the pawn on b2 than b3, because you would want this without c takes b3 being an option. So, no, my idea is only b4, and so to make all these moves on the queen side, that was their problem, and so when they go e4, sometimes you can sacrifice this pawn, but here, like, I have knight takes d2, I mean, this is already, or on move 10, and it's already a -2 position for me. So, yeah, I mean, just kind of on this game from here. But, I mean, crazy blitz out. Is that Xi'an, Liu, Leon? Oh, it's a Russian anti-war flag. Oh, that's sweet. They just berserked me. They're 2055. Okay, I'll berserk back. Von Hennig. Ooh. A rare move. I think it's just... Oh, they got some prep here. Alright, that traps my rook, so I need this. Well, king e2. Let's go here to not get forked and defend this. Because I want to make sure you're not coming back here, but rather coming back there. Alright, let's make that happen. What's up here? Oh, okay. What if I just, like, cut you from castling and I give the pawn for it? Like, as if queens were still on the board. This is a move I would play. Cut them from castling. It's a nice resource. I mean, king d3 would have been more normal. Oh, okay. Speaking of more normal... No, there's knight... Here. Are you running short on squares again? You have that. Yeah, I mean, they're not running short on squares. This pawn would have to be able to move through the knight to take away that. Oh, what? I think they just should have played king d7. I don't know why that happened. Here in e6. Seems good. Seems good. Unless... Oh, the rook takes d7 is check at the end of that line. Oh, bishop d6 right now. Boom, boom. Confusing stuff happening, but good stuff happening. No, you defend everything? How did that even happen? Rook d1 was a better move than bishop f4. What are you doing? Can I just keep going? No, e7, e8, right? Oh, whoops. Why didn't I just trade? Okay. Let's go. Is this funny? don't know. I don't think you can checkmate me.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, that was a bad guess. That was a bad guess. That was a bad guess. You played rook c5. Okay, I mean, obviously if I take there and take here, that would be much cleaner. I've removed this. Expecting to take and take. Tough, 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 tough. Ah! That was a bad guess. e4, c5, b4. Takes a3. The top of the board is cut off. Thank you for telling me. It depends what phone you've got, I think. That should be better. I try to keep it like... Oh, shit. Didn't even move in time. My bad. Yes, knock knock gambit, very nice. I will have a look. I think after a3 there, black has a few other moves other than pawn takes a3. But I do like it. I do like it. e4, c5, take. Rook takes e6, knight c3. I think the problem with knight c3 as the move there is that if they don't take your rook, you just cut off the rook. Right? Oh, I gotta rejoin it. That's why I wasn't getting a game. Because I didn't move in time. So it'll auto-kick you out as soon as you just went AFK. We're talking about this, right? Takes e6. Right, so if they don't take my rook, I would want to maybe not block it so that it can come across. Bro plays the Danish Gambit, but there's so many ways out of the Danish Gambit. That is eternally its problem. Play like a counter gambit kind of situation. I don't know, d4 is fine. Just trying to do something a little fancy. I don't really know what I'm doing. Takes. Trying to gambit myself. I don't know. Do you have something here? Alright, clearly they're in prep. I think they need the pawn. Am I not just better with the bishop pair if you just take this? And I can go... Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't have a high opinion of the Danish Gambit. I think it's a massive difference between the Danish and the Goring. Do f3, I go e3 and f4 maybe. Because literally you just need to play d5 at any moment. When the pawn's here, you can play d5. When the pawn's here, you can play d5. When the pawn's here, you can play d5. Later, you can play d5. It only works if they just never play d5. Okay. I don't know. Is this not a solid extra pawn? You can take it. Thank you for the bet. Oh wow, almost everyone takes the rook. Okay. No, I'll definitely check that out for y'all, and I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I want f4. I just need this protected somehow. It's very hard to protect him. Now he's protected. f4 takes. I have bishop b3. Here. Give this move. Okay, but this is tough because you don't have b4. That hangs. And if takes, then f takes really helps me, right? Or even rook takes. Okay, this can't be good. What if I try to trap you? Is that crazy? We're really switching gears here, but before again I take it, I just want this. Okay, right now you have trade, but I would either go rook e5 or let's do this. Take. Can I want this? e5 is a good square for my rook. It also supports f4, and then it really has no good. Takes away h5. Maybe that's even hanging. Also, bishop c4 is a resource that I didn't see as a potential resource. Okay, so b4, you gotta fight your way out. Alright. I think you're still trapped. Knight takes you had, but then you were losing this. And then it's just too many pawns. I'm just gonna eat them all and then pass pawns with the bishop pair. It's just really clean. And the e2 doesn't change anything. This doesn't change anything. That's mate. Oh no, it wasn't mate. It wasn't mate at all. What if I bring this here though? Pretend I calculated that all. It wasn't mate at all. Just should have moved my bishop last time. Just bishop d2 and then eat the knight. But bishop c4 should be good here. That was not me at all. Alright. Still was actually a very clean endgame. Okay, GG. GG. Yeah, I mean, I never actually, like, studied anything here. Here. Knight f6 is actually the best move. Takes. Queen takes is fine. Knight f6 is fine. Actually transposes to the line in bush gas I play pretty often. Bishop g5 was... Okay, we can throw in a gambit here. e5, bishop c5. Kind of fun. e5, there is bishop c5 anyway, and they lose that. So, okay, some pretty interesting stuff. I had a 96 accuracy in this game. I had a 96 accuracy. I had one inaccuracy, which was this move, rather than knight d7. And everything else was completely correct. I just grew the advantage and just got him. Yeah, because even king takes a6 turned out to be right, because I had king b5, bishop c4. Alright, nice. My Twitch stream is WGraif. W-G-R-A-I-F, my last name. Let me know if the audios and visuals is looking good. But yeah, I appreciate it. I often play viewers. I often do playing viewer streams. Priority, obviously, to people who subscribe and follow. Venezuela. Yes. We're getting better at this. I think I've been right every time today. Because even the trick question one of the Russian blue and white one, I was right. I'm like, I don't know what flag that was. It was a Russian anti-war flag. All right, unless we want to just transpose to an open, we gotta like do something. But I mean, they do just have bishop d7. But okay, my bishop needs to go somewhere. Could have played g3. Yeah, here. Okay, I never achieved my dream of doubling the pawns. The question is, can we do like a quick strike? So there's a lot of ways I could play this, right? I could play with like e5. I could try to play with f5. f5, they will play e5. I think one of the more intriguing ways here is now actually playing d4. And this is interesting, because queen takes is totally fine. There's nothing that will bother my queen. In fact, they need knight f6 to not hang this. And then... But there's no clear follow from there, right? I think the bishop on c6 is a good piece. So if the problem is the bishop on c6 is a good piece, maybe I should play knight takes. It's kind of interesting. Do you spend this tempo even though you have no development? Bishop d7. What if I give you b2? I mean, instinctively, I'm just giving you b2. Do it. Queen d2. I'll put the Gambit glasses on. I feel like you got to do it now, cause knight f5 gets me nowhere. Okay, just do that. But then I take this. Yeah, that was kind of my idea. Or no, let's do this first. No, because you can go pawn takes c6. You can go pawn takes c6. Okay, this is good. This is an achievement. This is an achievement for sure. And in fact, I made you burn a move. f5 there's e5. e5 there's d5. So that's kind of annoying stuff. So what do we do then? How do we get through? How do we get through if you can just do whatever? Trying to make something happen. Alright, fine. Just be normal. You know what I should have had? I should have e5 in this position somehow. I don't know how I was going to pull that off, though. Wow, you want to test me? I'll do it. I'll do it. What do you got? Nothing. Bro said he wanted to test me. I think he just blundered it completely. Can I just win a piece? No, you have takes and king h8? Or takes and some f-pawn move? Yeah. Alright, let's lock in, boys. Trying to make it happen over here, right? Is there d5? Maybe there is. Queen should be there, I feel like. But it's a very clean pawn we're up. Very, very clean, actually. It's just the time is not clean. When you play better than them, but the time is low. It's just frustrating. Queen of 1. I bet that's hanging. No, because there's takes c6. My position's actually really, really, really nice. Didn't hang the rook even. g5, g6 can end the game. I keep trying to win in cheap ways, like e4, like hoping I pre-move something else. Yeah, you just lost. You just lost, my guy. Bye-bye. That was a kind resign, but I would have had it anyway. 6 seconds, like, I got this. I think this was actually, like, a really well-played game. Dare I say. We're on the down because I think last was 96, but this was only 95. So what happened here? So my opponent played this well. Bishop d7 and a6, so they grab that bishop pair and a nice bishop here without doubling their c-pawns, which I would try to take advantage of at a later date. But they're lacking development. It should be okay. Engine actually wants them to not go cd4, probably. Yeah, which is some pro gamer move stuff. Very, very rare in Sicilians, because typically just playing d5 takes a ton of space. Okay, knight takes d4. Queen b6, I think, kind of wasted a tempo here a little bit. Queen d3, what was the strike that I needed? Here and here. And what's the point? Because there's e5 now. I set up for e5. Okay. That's how I set up for e5. In the game... Whoops. Queen d3 is just, I think, just a solid choice, and I think they kind of blundered this pawn, and we grabbed it, and then this was a nice idea. They played knight g4, and I tucked my bishop back into g1, because I had played king h1, which is a nice move to play whenever you play f4, so that the diagonal is not a problem. And then g4, which is kind of a pretty interesting decision. Forces take c3 and them to do something a little awkward, but yeah, I got to keep my king safe, so I need to make sure there's no d5. d5 happened, but I think was not effective, so they could have brought it all the way to d4, which would have been better. But it was not effective because I controlled everything that got open, and there was no real way into my king. So I had this extra pawn, and then we crashed through with eventually g5, g6. g5, g6 brings all these like mate ideas on the table, and eventually we got one of them here with take, queen e6, and then if king f8, there's bishop c5, king h8, we had this nice pattern, so we go and check, 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 and yeah, using that pawn on g6, clearing the knight, supporting the h7 idea, of course, and we got him. GG. We are rolling. Special. That flag I know. I feel like I've played Special. Oh, I'm 3-0 against Special. Alright. I've probably played an Eleventh Gambit before. Let's see what he's got. Gambit glasses on. Against our favorite anti-French Gambit. Don't go queen h4. Just comes back. So it's as if they played takes, and a6 anyway. Alright, which way are we going to go? Which way do we go? Alright, let's go short. Okay, of course they go here and here. We have queen h4. But they don't have to do that. Oh! My guy remembers how... It's kind of an interesting move. He remembers how brutal this bishop was. Alright, well my queen will be a little bit misplaced. Dodge and then hit it. Takes. Alright, you know what? I'll take it. Not my only idea in the world, alright? 5. That's another idea. Alright, it would be nice to actually have the queen being able to hit up some light squares. Alas. c3, bishop b4. It's kind of interesting what he's done. If I pile on... Alright, let's just be really prophylactic. So any bishop move, I eat it. And then eat it. Knight d7, yeah, I was going to come here. And now how are you going to... So you're going to play queen b7. I just need to anchor him. How to do this? Just boom. Then you go here, a6. And then boom. Yeah, okay, let's just anchor our dude. Alright, knight... Oh, the knight can move again. I thought I had that pressure here. Bishop can't move, but I don't... It can, because you can give this. You can give this. Maybe they should. But it would go to d6. Alright, you're trying to stop my idea, but I am trying to unstop my idea. That's how English works, right? Wow, you really didn't like my idea. What if I just sacrifice? Alright. You've left your king in the middle too long, and now we're just gonna open it up. No calculation. Just, I want this to open sesame. Bishop d6. What's happening? Okay, take. Alright, time for the sesame to open. I like this. We just went boom. Oh. Really? 84 is nice. 84 and 85. Both are good moves. I like this one. I actually think they should go here, give g7, and just castle. That's my honest opinion. That's what I would do. Even though, like, the king doesn't look safe. Okay, yeah, they do that. I guess they have a5. Do I take it? Or come back? Come back. I'll eat this. I don't know if they bother moving that rook. Is that rook worth more than my knight? I don't think so. Okay. It's not my funeral. I hope he was worth it. I feel like the key is going to be right there. Right there. I feel like that's where we're going to make it happen. Don't know. I think so. Think so. Yes. No, just pawn takes. What am I talking about? We both don't. Oh my god. Alright, well, we fought our way back into this one. I think this is winning, honestly. My king just needs to hold here for a second, then check, and then this rolls. Nice game. Interesting one. This is a weird idea, but it's stopping my idea of trying to mate him on h7. Apparently I should have been killing here. Alright, this was correct. This was not correct. Just an ac3. Yeah, they're not really threatening to take this. I mean, yeah, because I have I have too many other resources here. Boom, boom, boom. AC6 was interesting. This was a fun idea. Just should have held the knight with this. Makes a lot more sense than what I did. This was a good move, d5, trying to blow it open. And yeah, they should have probably just given this. In the game, b7, ac3, just gambiting stuff. We blow it open. Fun situation. Here I should have just been completely killing. And then I just throw it all away with this. I was only looking at takes and takes like this. Knight d6 makes a lot more sense. Takes, queen takes. Okay, you're killed. You're just done. You're just done. My next move is b6. Yeah. But this was really dumb. Even then I fought back into this. Yes, c4 you needed. Here, now we just got pins in all directions. So this is a winning endgame now. Though I'm not sure I played that brilliantly, but we did do it. What's up, Angel Vera? C3 in the Alapin after knight C6. C3 in the when you say Alapin, do you mean Alapin Sicilian or Alapin Gambit? We are playing. Is this Euro? Oh, B3 is interesting because this was my idea. All right, what if I do this? Okay, I guess he had some prep. Is this an idea? Appears not. F5 is interesting, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I was suspicious of this. Because I have like E takes, C takes, and like bishop G4 even, which to me looks like a free pawn. I mean, I could play F5 right now, but like, I don't know. My bet is you missed this. It's pinned. In case that wasn't clear. Yeah, he missed it. Which is like kind of surprising. Yeah, this position is really bad. It's actually worse than a pawn. I don't know. Now I have knight f3 and take b2. Wow. Okay. I'm up in exchange and a pawn. They do have some compensation. Do they? I don't know. I feel like that's a generous designation. B5. Yeah, if there's compensation, I don't really see it too well. Is the compensation in the room with us right now? Don't blunder this. Move the rook. This is annoying. It's not even annoying, actually. I have knight f3 check. Or knight f3 check doesn't do anything. Actually, you can just ignore it completely. Yeah. Knight f3 check, h1, e5. I shouldn't have let that happen. Okay, let's just make something happen here. Stop playing badly. I don't know. That was stupid. There's nothing here. Don't care. Oh, bishop h3. Dumb. So stupid. So stupid. Nope, no. This is hard to untangle, actually. No, come on. I think that was my only idea. played so badly after winning that exchange. Doesn't make a lot of sense. They can just go rook takes. I want this. Oh, no. Yes? No. Oh, they blundered badly. Oh. What in the world? Oh, queen e8. Nice. Nice. Okay, wow. I just completely got him in the opening and then got. So d4, yeah, big blunder for the exact reason I said. This is already minus 0.4, actually. But takes bishop g4. We just won this for free. And then we won that for free. It's minus 3 or more. I think I overreacted to this. No, this is fine. It was just this. Yeah, I mean, this just threw it all away. Like, just don't hang bishop h3. And then I can roll with my majority over here. And this pawn should just roll. Like, there's nothing they should have. Okay, but I hung that. Now it's equal. I made this a little hard on myself. Just need d4. Went for some counterplay. Yeah, queen b7. This is tough. Still hanging on here. Crazy stuff going on. It's actually plus 0.5 if I just go queen c6 at the end position, because their knight's in a weird spot. Plus 0.2 even. But okay, instead I have a blundered mate, but I was very low on time. Alright, GG. Who is that? That's Yaroslav Zarabuk? Yeah, it is. Alright, GG. He played well after hanging the rook. Yeah, you could play c3. I think it's just more conservative than you need. But yes, I do agree if the knight comes to b4, it's very frustrating. Alright, we'll try out the knock-knock gambit. What do you got? Oh, he played d6. Didn't even want it. Didn't even want it. Okay, I think I should go here. Okay, that's reasonable. What if I don't let you really develop that bishop? Let's go knight c3, perhaps. And come out. I want that, but I want it faster than I can do it. How to generate play. F4, F5? I feel like that's gotta be the go-to here. Let's give this a shot. What are you gonna do? This is interesting. Can you keep coming after me? Here I have check. Actually, rook f3. Well, no, the thing is I need g4. Okay, rook f3. Castles. Knight g3. Bishop g4, rook g7, bishop g1. It's not what I want. Check king of fate. Okay, so we go here. Are they gonna go for this? I could have thrown in this check. I actually probably should have. Okay. Oops. Don't worry, I did that on purpose. Okay. In for a penny, in for a pound. Queen of 6 is a good move. That's the problem, is they can just go here. We really just went all out. Take. Yeah, I mean, Queen h7 does nothing. That's the big problem. There's no follow-up to Queen h7. In fact, it's just gonna get trapped.
5, 4, 3.
I don't know what they're thinking about. You can just take my knight. I don't have anything.
1,
Yeah.
0.
Okay, okay. What to do next time in the knock-knock gambit when they just go d6? Okay, d6 is a good move. Maybe we should just take the center. We should just take the center instead of this. Because e5, they do a good job cutting off my bishop. d4? Maybe d4. It's this. And they played g6, so they cut off this, they cut off this. They did well to fight against my pieces here. They played all the best moves. Right, because their next move is h5 if I just defend this also. Okay, okay, okay. No, yeah, they were good. They were good. We gave it a shot. We gave the knock-knock a shot there. Harsh Kumar with subscribe. Thank you so much. Let's go a6. Yes. Billy Joe. So it's almost Billy Joel, except it's Billy as in the female spelling, and Joe as in... You know what? That could be like a really old-timey, like southern United States, I mean, name for a woman. Billy Joe could be a woman. Whoa, I don't think I've ever seen this move. So, typically we have d takes e5 and d4 in our favorite alphabet gambit. Or if not, then we play e4. But, wow. Have I covered this? I must have. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm down a move in, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, typically it's this position in, like a Mangarini. Alright, well, you've got the bishop cutting this. And so they had this. Like, typically it's like a Mangarini, but with white playing like knight b5, trying to get him here. And then this queen d2 and then d4. So we got this. Alright, the knight was too dangerous jumping into b4 c2, so they had to take it. We're going to be down a couple pawns, maybe even a few. If they defend their queen, they could take one more. Oh, they're going long. We got some files. They want the queens off, right? I mean, the thing is, it's pinned. However, if I just ignore this and they castle, then it's not pinned, and it's a huge problem. If I take it, then I'll have to go g takes. Which is maybe just sometimes what you gotta do. Could start with h6, but then trade. Alright, let's just go... Well, bishop takes, there's castles. Long. Which is actually a good move. Castle's long. And then the queen trade happens, right? If I castle short, castle's long. Then they're okay. So if I play h6, take, check. Alright, you know what? We'll just do something insane here. We're going to do this. We're going to take the check, and we're just going to run with the king. Because I think that's the only way to maintain dynamic activity. Oh. Okay. Then, can I go here? So, I want this. I'm not sure I played that so great. I'm trying to cut castling in all directions. Not a lot of time. Try in here. That's interesting. We're just gonna gambit that guy too. Yorkie 8 first would have been better. Yorkie 8 first would have been better. Oh, I think we. Oh, it's check. It's check. Ah, thought I had him. Thought I had him. Did you miss that? I'm actually completely winning here, which is the shame. He's like, why won't you die? Just needs to play any check. Oh! That would have been crazy. That would have been crazy. I was down. I got him down to 6. Got him down to 6. But we were down 2 to 50. We were down 2 to 50. And we got under 1 when they were at 35.7. Got him down to 6. That's crazy. Almost had him. Bobby Fischer was a genius. True. He did have a C in his last name, though. John Marco. Okay, John Marco with the berserk. Ooh. Bon Papil. Give me that queen takes F. Oh my goodness, they're prepped these days. They're prepped these days to just be like, no gambits at all against William. No, don't let him do it. Is he giving me D5? I guess. E6 felt a little quick. Alright, let's throw this at him. What do you got? Because any pawn move, now I take it. That couldn't have been smart. That couldn't have been smart. I just answered with D5. I also have the other big resource of H4, trying to trap this bishop. It's one I use a lot. And then if you move this pawn, then I take it and force F takes. Okay, E5 probably a good idea. What if I go check? Knight D7 and Knight E6. What do we think? I'm thinking it's a yes. It's gonna be a yes from me, dog. If I trade, I force like pawn takes, else I can force king takes here. But I like this. Woo. Okay, okay. What do we got? If I just want my pawn back like a normal person, we can do that. It's been there. It's been there. But my knight's just going to hang out here for a moment. Just kind of cutting, castling in every direction. What's interesting is like F4, bishop takes F4, and like trying to get in there. Because I guess if I do nothing, no, but there's bishop D6. F4 has F5, so F4 here, F takes, if like we, like I can chill and just go like here, 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 and chill. You don't really have bishop D6 actually, because I take G7. So it's actually not so obvious what you're doing, unless I give you something. Alright, you know what, let's keep the craziness going. Because yeah, A6 was what I was expecting, but then that's why I kind of wanted to floor it here. Bishop A4, B5. We can even take B5. No, we can't. It's pinned. So... okay. Really sure what's happening, but could be fun. No, I was rook D8. Yeah, I missed rook D8. No, we don't even have that. Oh, I should have.
Five, four, three, two, one, zero.
I don't see it. Was there something better? No, they were fine. I messed this up. What should I have done? Just been normal. Just been normal, like H4 or something. Takes, make sure that king can't castle. Yeah. I went for something. Big here. Just should have traded this, yeah. This is a bad decision. Poor decision. Okay, let's make a better decision next time. Who's number 1? It is Amin. Who's Amin? Amin? The Ukrainian. Bushcast Gambit. No. Oh, pawn takes leads to a poor endgame for white. I think their problem is, yeah, they should have done this endgame. I can go here, which breaks the pin. Knight's hanging, defend. Queen b5 check. I still have takes. c6, so that's hanging. I think I should just come back, right? Yeah, what you don't want to do is leave them any easy option to like move that queen and fix this. Right? Trying to keep it as difficult as possible. Queen b5 check, right? And here, take... Okay, well what we want here, really, is that... This is actually correct. Now we can trade everything. Queen takes, take, rook e8. There's just going to be a 5 at the end of the line. So they have to go knight takes. Because I think, yeah, queen takes, trade, rook e8. Yeah, so knight takes forced. I think here rook e8 is correct. Okay, we still have made this very hard for them. We have not allowed them to just move their queen and fix this. So f3 forced. Don't give them... Well, here... H3 forced. Right, because if you go anywhere else, there's queen h4 check. So here in H3, and then just queen d8. I think that's good enough. Or else they can maybe run away. Gotta be careful of, like, helping them with the checking resource. But I think we've picked this off correctly. Keeping the pressure here on that king, not letting them get out. Keeping the development advantage. Yeah, so that's the best they can do. Just try to damage that, but I have pawn takes. Okay, well, we just want a clean piece. I think that was actually really, really well handled on my part. And yeah, we're just ahead. Clean piece. Defend stuff so we don't get pinned. Alright, Gambit glasses off. Yeah, I think, right, whenever you see queen e2 blocking that bishop, it's important to make sure, like, you're not letting them off the hook for that. I have your knight e5. No, it's check. It's check. There's a reason I put the king on f7. There's no reason I have to give that. Okay, let's just not be stupid here. Knight takes, bishop takes h7, f5, g4. Yeah, I think this is good. Because g4 I have takes with the pin. Otherwise, hard to break out. Rook e1, they didn't want it. Okay. I'll just get off the dark squares. f4 would be annoying. Probably should have done this. 4 keeps me a little locked out. We'll just find our way back in a second. Everything's super solid. I have the luxury to take my time. Yeah, we're gonna go c5. We're gonna get this rolling. Are you running out of squares? Let's just start with this. How do you create a square? I don't really see it. I mean, I have a lot of ways to get you. Yeah. Not like this had any doubt. I was just going to go here and roll with my guys. GG. Yeah, so I think this was nice because a lot of people play c3. I face this all the time. In fact, actually, let's just check out my stats for a moment. Okay, wow. I played 492 Bushcast Gambits. 69% wins. Nice. 28% losses. And not too many draws. 69 plus 28 is 97. 3% draw rate is actually crazy low. Of the moves, c3 is, okay, about even in terms of how it scores against me. I always play d5. They play d4 here, takes, and yeah, you've got to go now with e takes d5 and transpose into this line, which is pretty equal here, although, you know, as you can see, I still score pretty well there. But cd4, the problem is d4, and this is actually a really nice endgame. I've had this a number of times. And we play your knight e7, so there's knight d5 here, hitting the bishop and defending the pawn. So it's a really nice endgame because they have a lot of weaknesses. We'll castle with check, bring our rooks to the middle. In the game, queen e2, but now we can just play bishop b4 check. So they think they can take and then fix things here. But if the queen's stuck on e2, as what's happened in the game, then they have a big problem. So queen e7 is a nice way to deal with all that. Check, trade, knight c3. Play here knight f6. So they should have just long castled. This was their opportunity to do that. And here probably, I could play queen e7 if I was stingy, but I'd probably just go here. Takes knight d7. Again, knight d7 better than knight takes e4 because you just don't, there's no reason to help them. And then, yeah, their king should be, like, at least less safe than mine. In the game, a3, which wasn't the best, because queen e7, I keep this. Now, you're still working on taking this pawn, and here they got a little bit greedy. So, yeah, castles, and then it becomes harder for them to take this pawn, and we can give them a hard time about it in the game, right? It's just, you're blocking this in, so it's tough, and this is not really a natural spot for the king. But knight takes e4 here is not working, and it's why we are able to castle here, rather than just, like, playing bishop f5, giving them some sort of resource here to free their pieces, keeping the queen there because now the key point is they lose in this line with f5 next. So in the game, knight takes e4, but it's really not much better because here you're also losing to f5. Any knight move anywhere else, there's check, and this is check on g3. So knight should cover somehow, g3 or f2, but then just sliding the queen out the way, and there. Yeah, with the bishop on the wrong side, it's tough. It's tough. You're not close to getting out of there. So they just threw that at me, and this was the one interesting moment, actually, where it went here, but this was actually correct because I do have f5. g4 to fight your way out is, you know, losing more pawns, and so if you undo that pin, okay, I just need to make this solid, so there's no bishop takes f5 for the knight, but then king g7 next turn. So, yeah, GG. GG. Bushcast Gambit rolling. I don't know. Maybe you should just accept it. Because c3, yeah, we hit him with d5. If pawn takes, we have this knight f6 line, which is fun. Here, queen takes d5, castles, and we still keep the Gambit glasses on. Okay, subscribe, everyone. This was a fun stream. I'm actually going to go to a real-life chess event. I'm going to go to a real-life chess event. So, yeah.